Yo, what's going on, guys? This is part 3 of me fixing my clutch. In the first video, my car broke down. Second video, I was taking the transmission out. So now we're back. We picked up a stage 4 Clutch Masters. Reason I went with Clutch Masters is because I wanted to try something different, and these guys are made in the USA. Yeah, let's open this up. There we go. Got some cool stickers. Gotta love the stickers. So it's a stage 4, so we get the segmented ceramic pads, pressure plate. We got throw bearing, and then the tool that you put inside the transmission to the alignment pin. And yeah, so I'm gonna quickly open it, and then I'll cut to me putting it on. Alright, back. Clutch is on the floor. Transmission's in the garage. I'm just gonna wipe down the flywheel. Usually you'd get your flywheel resurfaced or you'd put a new one, but I just put this in. So, and I bought it brand new. I got a lightweight flywheel in there, so I'm just gonna give it a wipe, make sure there's nothing on it, and then I'll show you guys closely how I put the clutch on. It's gonna be sort of like a how-to video almost, but not really. Yeah, let's get into it. Okay. So we got our pressure plate here. Wipe everything down, make sure it's all good. So the company states that they bolt this down to, I guess, a test machine to make sure it's gonna operate properly. And here's the clutch. Now, a clutch will label, or usually should. See, it has a sticker that says flywheel side, because you can't put one in backwards. And I've seen people put them in backwards, and then they put everything back together, and they're like, why is my car acting weird, you know? Why doesn't it want to go into gear? Now we take flywheel bolts, or pressure plate bolts, and we thread them in. We hand thread them. You do not want to strip these. So the pressure plate bolts is it's a 12 point and they're 10 mils. So I'm just gonna hand thread them in. And then I looked it up. So the torque specs, all this stuff, engine stuff, you gotta torque everything. That's just me anyway. So you want to go in a crisscross pattern. 20 foot-pounds. So, well, 19 to be exact. So what I do is I'll go usually in stages. I'll go around, do 10 foot-pounds, and then I'll go around for the final, and then I'll double check. Because I'm just, you know, I like to be 100% sure. Now right now, it's set to 10 foot-pounds. So now, they're all at 10 foot-pounds. Now I'm gonna go to 15. And you wanna go in a crisscross pattern. Okay, so now, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I'm just gonna go once around. Okay, she's good. So now that that's all done, you can take the alignment tool and it should just pop out. Alright, perfect like that. Okay. Now, the alignment tool is to hold, obviously, the clutch in place, because there's nothing holding the clutch to center it, right? The clutch is floating inside of the pressure plate, in between the pressure plate and the flywheel. So, once the input shaft from the transmission, once the transmission gets put on, the input shaft then holds the clutch in place. And then that's how, you know, your drivetrain's connected to your motor. And when you push the clutch, pushes the throwout bearing onto these fingers, these little kind of leaf spring type of thing, and then it disengages the clutch from the flywheel and the pressure plate, right? And then you're able to turn it. Because right now, you can't turn this, right? It's in there, it's stuck, you know? So anyway, I'm gonna prep everything up to put the tranny on, and yeah. Alright. Type S transmission, 4.7 final drive with an LSD from the Civic Si. Ready to go in. So I'm just gonna clean up the input shaft a little bit. I'm gonna take the fork off of the old transmission, install the fork on this one, and yeah, just give it a quick wipe down. You know, I like my stuff clean. Okay, so this is the clutch fork. Just give it a quick wipe down. The grease is still pretty good from when I put it last time, so I'm not gonna mess around with it too much. Don't fix what's not broke. But yeah, I like to put some grease on the input shaft, and then grease on the ball that the fork sits on, and then inside the fork. And then this is the spring. You gotta make sure you put this in the right way, because this holds the fork in place. I got so scared, I couldn't find the grease, I found it. Beautiful, beautiful. That's the good stuff. Okay, beautiful. Mint. Beautiful. So this is the throwout bearing. So I'm gonna put some grease around here where it slides, and then some grease on the inside here, and a little bit over here. Not too much. And then a little bit on the end, but not too much. And this is your regular, you know, multi-purpose grease that you'd get at Princess Auto, Canadian Tire, you know. Plus, the grease also helps if you get any water or oxidation in there, to stop it from rusting. Alright, so these are points you really don't want rusting. So just a little bit on the ball point over there, and then grease around the shaft over here, and then a little bit on the tip. Then over here, you want to grease it inside of these. Usually they do come pre-greased, and I don't like messing around with it. Throwout bearings are funny because sometimes they make noise, sometimes they don't. It's really just luck. But it's one of those things, if it makes noise, it's one of those things, it's like, you gotta pick your poison, right? If it makes noise, you can take it out and change it, but it might be fine, you know what I mean? Like my old one made noise, it was fine completely. You would just hear it, right? And it was just, I guess, the batch I got, you know? So we're just gonna lube that up. So that's gotta slide freely in and out like that. And then I'm gonna put so then the fork goes in. and it clips in like that. Like that. I'm gonna put a little bit of grease on the edges here, as that makes contact with the bearing. Throwout bearing slides in like this. Throwout bearing is on with the clutch fork, so it'll be like this. Moves in and out like that. You see? So that's good. Always make sure this turns before you put your transmission in. Now it is noisy because there's no tranny fluid in here. That's at the end. That's at the end. There we go. Subframe down. Now it's down. So now I can feed the tranny through. There's multiple ways to do this. I chose this way. I feed it under. So we're all good. Just gonna give the transmission a quick blow on the inside. Make sure there's nothing in there. Let's do this. Oh, wow. Okay. It's definitely a two-person job, but you know, we make it work. Transmission's in. Okay. I put a bolt just to hold it. My God. Okay guys, so tranny's in. I got one bolt holding it in right now. We got the engine support bracket. I went to go grab myself some snacks. And now we just gotta bolt in the tranny. Hook up the side mount. Post tranny, or the rear tranny mount, bolt up the subframe axles, attach the spindles, and then yeah, hook up all the miscellaneous things, and then do the transmission fluid, and then we should be good to go. Subframe is on. It's so cold. Can you get? It's freezing. Put a jacket on. It's freezing.
Probably low as
Amsoil. Apparently it's the best in the game. So it's supposed to take 1.5 liters. I like to put it, and just as it's overflowing, you put a little bit extra.
How are you gonna know if it's overflowing?
Hey, it comes out the top. That's how K-Series trannies work. That's how you know the level. This is what we got going on. See, into the fill plug over there. Or is it leaking? No, not yet. It's a little bit down there, over there. Just gotta go in there. Got the coolant filled up. All that's left, we gotta connect the battery, and then we should be able to start her up. Okay, let's go. First startup.
Yeah?
It's right there. Yeah, she starts. Okay, just gonna double check everything, once over everything. Make sure we got heat in the car, make sure everything's good. Alright guys, we're gonna move her. So unbelievably slippery outside. Yo, what's the temperature? -1 outside. What time is it? 11:30. I started today at 3:30, 4 o'clock I want to say. We got everything in. We're bleeding the coolant now. That ends the night here. We got her back up and running. We got her moving again. New clutch, stage 4 clutch masters. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.